Good morning. Good morning. Waiting for TikTok. Good morning. Today we continue our conversation about money. Today is the second part of money magic, so to say. I'm going to share the rest of the tips that I was given, how to draw more money in, how to hold more money in, and everything basically that I'm sharing, I did myself, and I'm still doing because why not? It's it's all working. So today we continue with it, and we're going to do the next 16. I hope you listen to the first video. I will put the first video in the description of this one. So if you didn't watch it, please do watch it, and obviously please do use all the information that I given there. It's very useful. And if you are from TikTok, it's the videos are on YouTube. I save them so you can watch them again and again. All right, so let's start. Let's start with the easy ones. And this one I was doing for some time. Do I like to do it? Yes and no, but it does work. So what is this? You need to breathe money in. Lay down on the couch or on your bed and imagine that you basically one cell, and that one cell breathe like money in. Imagine this kind of like pearly gold energy, and imagine it just comes inside of you, like you one cell and the energy comes inside. You can imagine that there is money falling down, and you basically breathing in, and the money kind of get into your aura. You breathe out and it expands. So it's a good exercise. It's a good exercise overall for your aura, because you're slowing down and you're expanding your energy. It's a good thing. I do it sometimes, especially when I'm like, when I don't want to do nothing, but I don't I'm not yet not sleepy enough to sleep, so I just lay and I breathe money in. You don't need to breathe only money in. You can breathe love in. You can breathe success in. Anything. For the most part, these are all the same energy, and you just need to expand yourself to allow it in. All right, so that's the first one. I would say this is not the first one, but the second one is this one I used to do quite a few times, and then but for me it doesn't work as much as it worked for my friends. Now I will tell you what it is, and I will tell you why it didn't work for me. But it does work. It doesn't work as effective as other exercises, other tricks. So it's counting money in your mind. So I will tell you how it works. So you basically sitting down and you imagine that there is a stack of cash with you, and you just basically counting it in your mind. You're doing it in your mind because, I mean, who has the stacks of cash in their house, right? And you go on and on and on. So you don't imagine just counting $1,000. You imagine counting to $10,000, $15,000. Now, why doesn't it work for me? Because my mind, you see, when I found out about this exercise and I was doing it, I didn't have like a husband or a boyfriend who would give me money. My salary was for the most part set. My bonuses were once in a quarter, so it wasn't like my mind couldn't believe that the money could just come. And because it was like that, it was hard for me to draw money in. Now, on the other hand, I had a colleague. She was a Reiki practitioner like me, and she was very young, and she depended on her parents for money a lot. Her parents would be giving her money. She was from a well-off family. She also had a boyfriend who would spoil her here and there, and basically she was drawing money like this. So every time she would go to sleep, before she would go to sleep, she would sit and she imagined this, and she was counting until 10,000. So 10,000 was her thing. She wouldn't receive 10,000, but the next day somebody would give her three, $400 like that, and it worked for her all the time. She's a very bright example because it worked all the time. Now, but I have friends who are doing this too, but not it does work sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't work. But for I mean, it's a fun exercise. Why not to do it? As I said, I don't do it often because there are other exercises that I love to do, and I basically just. But this one works. It does work. And I remember the first time it worked for me. It was absolutely unusual. It was one of my clients who I wouldn't say that he was stingy, but he was very, very practical. I never expected nothing from him, and he basically came to so he he's Jewish, right? So I was kind of receiving presents for Christmases, around my birthday, they would send me some flowers or something like that. But I never expected anything on other days. And there was some Jewish holiday, and he just brought me a gift card. The gift card was I guess he kind of, he wanted to say thank you for me helping. I helped him with a couple projects, really big projects, and he kind of didn't want it to be like a bribe. So he said that it's because of this holiday he's given to me. So it worked for me, you see. And the gift card was a substantial amount. I'm not going to tell you how much because there are policies, but still, it was really really good. Money came in for me like that. So that's the second one for today. The third one is affirmations. Now, I'm not a big fan of affirmations, I'll be honest with you, but affirmations can set you right. But why they put affirmations in here? Because you need to make sure that you are saying the right affirmations every single time. So, for example, when you want to keep the money in, when you want to hold on to your money, you need to say, I am money, or I am wealth. This is your first chakra, your root chakra. When you're speaking on the second chakra, so you want to draw money and pleasure, you need to say something like, I feel money, or I enjoy money, for the second chakra, you see? Now, on the third chakra, you draw money in, you making actions. This is physical kind of masculine way to attract money. You say something like, I attract money, or I create money, you see? Now, on the fourth chakra, this is your heart. And if you want money to be always in your life, to love to be in your life, then you say, I love money. So something similar like this. So I'm grateful to money. Now, when you want to speak and receive money, like I'm doing right now, I'm doing it but anyways, you say, I speak money in existence, or something. So every single energy center is different. Now on the sixth, when you need to, like me today, I woke up and I'm like, I don't know, I was like in a very strange kind of state. Maybe I dreamed about something, and I'm like, I need to find new ways to do certain things. And this is basically my sixth energy center. So I activated and I thought about this. So for the sixth energy center with money, you say something like, I see money around me, or I can imagine money, or something like that. So something with your vision. And on the seventh chakra, your crown chakra, you basically say something like, me and money is one, or something, or I am one with the money, because you're connected to the universe. Make sure that your affirmations correspond to what you want. So if you don't know how to get money, but you do want to find some kind of way to get the money, then you say, I see money, I know how to get money, or something like that, something with the sixth chakra. If you want to attract money easy and effortlessly, you just say, I feel money, I enjoy money, for the second chakra, like this. You see, it is kind of important. All right, so my neighbors, they had an emergency, so they're fixing something. I apologize for that. All right, so the next one is you need to realize, talking from this one, from the affirmations, realize that you and money is one. Me and money is one too. Money is just an energy. You must understand this. And because money is just an energy, you can easily become that energy. You don't really need to do some kind of extra work to attract money in. Remember that. So you need to realize, when you realize that you're part of that energy, that bigger energy, money will start. You will become a sponge, like a sponge that basically draws some in. You see, when you are like this around money, you're not awkward. When you're basically feeling comfortable around money, you're feeling kind of good when you're with money. You're feeling good when you have money. When you don't have money, money don't mind to be in your space. Money comes, money goes. It's an easy kind of transaction. But when you're awkward, you're afraid to lose money. You're afraid that there won't be money. You're afraid that somebody will take money. Money doesn't like that situation. Money likes to be in calmness, and peace, and like that. So realize that you and money is one. Think about that. Contemplate about that. Go for a walk today and think that I and money is one. And if this is so, then I am money, and I don't need to do nothing extra for that. Okay. The next one is imagine that there is $1 million next to you. Okay, so make it a amount that you want. So imagine there is $1 million. I will imagine $1 million staying next to me. How would you feel? Now, take it a step further and go for a walk with that feeling. So imagine that there is $1 million that is like a person staying next to me. How would I feel? I would feel like a little maybe intimidated, and it's a kind of interesting feeling. You can make it bigger. You can make it 5 million, or you can make it 100,000. Whatever is comfortable for you. Don't make it too uncomfortable. Make it something that would make you excited but not absolutely lost. Do that. This is really this exercise I did a lot. I did really a lot because I like to go for runs. I like to go for walks, and I don't mind to kind of to practice my skills while I'm doing that. So I would walk, and I would imagine that $1 million walking next to me, and everybody sees that. They see that $1 million is walking next to me, and obviously they react a particular way. They are like amazed by this. They impressed by this, and they are looking at me a particular way because they see $1 million. And to my surprise, this was so funny because they did actually. People would look at me differently. They would pay attention to me. So try to do it. Try to do it today. Go for a walk and imagine that you have $1 million next to you. You will see. You will feel differently. You will become more comfortable with money in your life. All right. So the next one would be good if you would start imagining. So you're this. The next one will be imagine that money loves you. Now, for the most part, we believe that we do not deserve money. Why? Because we have a poor self-love. And this is kind of normal. So we have poor self-love. So we believe inside unconsciously that we do not deserve love. This comes from childhood, from the pattern with our parents. Usually we don't, if our parents didn't show love, if we believe that we don't deserve our parents' love, we bring it into relationship with everything, relationship with men, relationship with money, relationship with everybody. So imagine that money actually loves you. So imagine that $1 million kind of creature staying next to you and expressing a particular love to you. So showing love. I hope it doesn't bother you. And kind of imagine that the money really feels you, especially if you are a woman. You need to know that you are loved. Only when you are loved, you can attract other stuff. It is very important. So contemplate on that as well. When you're working with that $1 million, start thinking that you are loved by money. You are loved, and not only loved, but money chooses to be with you. It will help you also with the relationship with men. If you believe that you are loved and chosen, it will be with everybody, with men, with other people, with anybody. All right. So the next one is to drink more water. Let's change it a little bit from energetic to kind of physical. Now, why do I always ask my clients to drink more water? Why? Because we're 80%, our bodies are 80% water, and water in itself is energy of abundance. Now, the more water you have, and you probably feel when you're dehydrated, you could not really think. You don't expand your thoughts. Now, because water is abundance, you need to pour that abundance inside of you. Now, the goal here is you need to be very hydrated at all times. So do not allow any kind of dehydration. If your body is in lack of water, you will be in lack with money. Now, to stay hydrated, you need to have less alcohol and less caffeine. So this is the easiest, I think, you just drink more water and less caffeine, and you will have money in your life. I noticed that with me, I was never a very heavy coffee drinker, or alcohol I don't even drink, but I noticed that when I don't have good amount of liquid in me, of water in me, I tend to my aura is shrinking, and when the aura is shrinking, the energy in the aura is shrinking as well, and money is your energy in your aura. So basically you pushing away the abundance that could come. So drink water. It's not only good for money, it's good for anything, for love, for success, for anything that you want to come your way. um, Drink more water, especially if you're a woman. Remember, everything comes into pleasure, and pleasure is water. The second chakra corresponds to second to water, to energy of water. So drink more water, less alcohol, and less caffeine. The next one is money is masculine energy. Money, success, and men are all masculine energy. Because it's a masculine energy, it comes into pleasure. Now, if you're a woman, you can draw money, men, and success without hard work. Men usually have to do some kind of work because they're masculine. Now, if you want to draw masculinity in, you need to be that pleasure. Masculine energy always come into pleasure. Notice how you always want to go swim when the water is very calm, very peaceful. You want to go in. You don't go into the water when the water is like there's huge waves and it's rough. So all this energy comes into pleasure, and therefore you need to be soft, receptive, and accepting. And for that to be like that, you need to stop complaining. Complaining draws. I was told this long time ago by my master. And I really didn't believe her. I was like, yeah, sure, she just wants me to be a better person. But that's what happened. You need to stop complaining. Don't complain. Complaining only not only shrinks your energy, but it makes your energy very low quality kind of. So do not complain. Whatever it is, do not complain. Complain only with somebody like me who can neutralize the energy. Like my clients, I never allow them to complain to anybody but me, and even with me, I don't allow them to go down rabbit hole too far. So we solve the situation, we discuss the situation. That's it. That's basically it. Do not complain. I noticed in my life when I was very much in a kind of down, depressive moods, I had the least amount of money. I even remember I was working, I was employed, and I always had salary, and then I have a bonus depending on the performance of how much money I bring, particular. And I remember one time, and I was complaining, not complaining about money, but about life in general. The whole quarter was just down the drain. I don't know. It was just whole quarter was something with some kind of issues, and I was complaining nonstop to myself, to my friends, to my colleagues, to everybody. And it was so funny, but something happened, and I think one of my clients withdrew a very large sum of money, and basically my bonus from like a particular large amount of money went all the way to almost nothing, to like I think like $200, which was very, very little. So complaining pushes the masculine energy away. Remember this. If this is the only thing you will remember from today, remember this. So if you want to draw masculine energy in, these are money, success, and man, stop complaining. You think that it's a good kind of topic to discuss, and you only discussing it with your friends or something. Doesn't matter, you can complain just with you. You can talk to your stuffed the teddy bear, but your energy is still becoming not as good quality as you would want it to be. So no complaining. That's it. You want to have more money? Get rid of complaining. All right. So the next thing that I'm going to advise you to do, you need to buy yourself something obnoxiously expensive. So something that you really wanted for some time, and it's something that is out of your comfort zone. Could be maybe if you're a woman, maybe an expensive bag or diamonds, or I'm not sure, something like that. Why do you need to do this? But it's something that you really wanted for some time, but you felt uncomfortable to get. So it has to be something like that. The first time I received diamonds, I felt like for 2 weeks I was basically walking like I was walking on clouds. It was so. The feeling was unbelievable, and I remember that time very well. Why? Because I made a lot of money that month. I really did. Everything seems to come so easy to me. Why? Because I was in a very abundant state. I was almost flying. I was not walking. I was I was almost flying above the ground. And those diamonds were not that expensive. I have much more expensive jewelry right now, but they were my first diamonds, and I couldn't believe that I'm the one who's in possession of them. Also, there were no at that time lab diamonds, so if you have diamonds, they were somewhat expensive, regardless whether they're small or large. So buy yourself something expensive. So every time I want to feel like this, with years it become harder and harder because I obviously already had a lot of things. I would do something like that. Also remember the first time I flew business was the same. I was like, my God, I couldn't believe myself. It was just such an amazing experience. And the first time I bought myself expensive bag was also the same thing. I mean, I was like almost a little cautious around it. I was afraid that, almost, I'm not sure what, but it's an amazing feeling. And I urge you to do it. If you could not really spend a lot of money, do something extra. So if you always buying dresses for under $50, buy this time a dress for maybe $500. Well, I'm not sure whether dress is a good idea, but something expensive, something that would really expand you, something that would really. I hope you hear me well. YouTube, you do. So something that would really bring you up. Even one time I heard this guy on TikTok. He was actually talking about. He was telling the women, go and buy yourself a Louis Vuitton bag, and you will feel so much better. Oh my God. And I believed him. I believed him because I know exactly how it works. It's really an amazing feeling. All right, so that's the next one. So another one will be. So this one is a whole month kind of work. You need to spend the whole month putting your priorities first. Why? Because money is a masculine energy, and masculinity is very selfish. Masculine energy is all because it's selfish. It's basically it likes when everybody is thinking about themselves, like my neighbors right now. And it's Saturday, you see, they had an emergency, so I apologize for them and for myself. But so you need to put your priorities first. How could that look? You're going to church tomorrow, and you need to do some kind of donation. They're asking for donations, and you on your last couple dollars. Now, choose yourself. Don't choose the church. Don't choose the donation. Don't feel like you need to help, like others might need more than you. Choose yourself for this time, and you will see how much better you will feel. You might feel a little bit. It might feel sometimes that you would feel bad a little bit that you couldn't help, that somebody is asking and you couldn't, but at least you chose yourself. You see, you're also needing help. It's not like you should always do charity or kind of help others only from abundance. So the whole month you're choosing yourself. Somebody asks you for, hey, could you borrow me $200 until the salary? You tell them, no, I cannot, because I'm choosing this month myself, and you will see how much different you will start feeling. I did it a long time ago. It was hard. The first week was hard. I didn't even know how many times people would ask me. And you need to be selfish, not only with money, but with everything else in your life. So somebody tells you, hey, could you swap shifts with me? I need to take tomorrow off, Sunday off, and you don't really want to do it. So you tell them, no, I could not, I have plans. You need to start choosing. The more you will start be focused on yourself, the more money will start focusing on you. Why? Because you show in the world, the universe and yourself, that you are really, that you love yourself, that you deserve what you need, and you are ready to accept it. So do like that. I put over here, money is a reflection of self-love, and that's absolutely true. There is a saying that the amount of money you have is the amount of self-love you have, and I said about this in the previous video, in the first part of this video. So the whole month you need to put your priorities first. Nobody is ahead of you. Nobody is better. Nobody deserves money more than you. Remember this, do it for 1 month. It will be hard, especially if you never done it before, and but it will become easier. Okay, so the next one, look how fast I am. It's almost not even 30 minutes. The next one, you need to do the next one you need to spend, especially if you're a woman, you need to spend 30 minutes in a day in the hands of the money. So working with money, feel loved by money is one thing, but another thing is if you spend, like if you trust money. Often we don't receive money, we don't attract money because we don't believe we trust them. We don't believe that the money can be really good to us, you see. So what you need to do, you can obviously do it with my meditation. I have it here. I will put it in the description. Or you can just sit on your chair or on your couch and lean back and imagine that you are leaning back into money. Imagine that money is holding you and you can relax into money. You will see. It's not an easy thing to do, I will tell you, because I did it and I was always like a little cautious. Money, the same with men, the same with success. So whichever one of three you need, you just basically pretend that you are leaning on and you relax your back. Why is it hard to relax? Because our back is our energy kind of, it's our spine is where our energy moves. And if we don't believe that so we always protect our energy. Now, if I do not believe that my energy could be safe around something, I won't be able to relax. If you will be able to relax into money, you believe that you can trust the money and the money will start coming into your aura. You need to do at least 30 minutes a day. So imagine you can do it while you're watching TV or while you're doing something, but it would be better if you would not do nothing. Just imagine that you're melting into money for 30 minutes a day. That's it. Don't even scroll on your phone. You need to be focused on that. It's very important. You will develop trust and you will start drawing not only money, but a lot of things into your life much faster like that. All right. So the next one is you need to, I went and I told them not to be noisy from 11 to 12, and I think they misunderstood me because they were very quiet from 10 to 11. Okay. So the next one you need to write down a list of 30 ways you can make money right now. What will this do? I mean, you're obviously not going to do those 30 ways. This could be like I can bake cookies and sell them to my neighbors, or I can walk my neighbors' doors or something, dogs, or something like that. Now, you wouldn't need to do that, but this would give your mind like peace. You see, if you will feel that there is always a way to make money, you will not. Don't know. Like on the second floor. What can we do? Okay, I didn't see them, but I'm back. um, Maybe I should record this video. All right, so the next, I was talking about that you need to write down a list of 30 ways how you can make money, right now. This will give you the peace of mind, and once you have a peace of mind, you will be more relaxed, and then you can draw money in. I did this a few times in my life. I always have this list. It makes me feel much better. So do that. Write down anything that comes into your mind, and keep that list handy. All right. So the next one is decluttering. So you need to get rid of anything that you didn't use in the last 2 years. Why? Because money is energy, and energy has to flow. If if there is no space for the energy to flow, the energy is not going to come. So get rid of everything that you don't use. I usually get rid of everything that I didn't use in the last half year. Now, except for something like seasonal, like if it's a suitcase or maybe a skates or something that I wouldn't use in summer, for example, that's okay, or like a Christmas tree. But anything else, like the clothes that you didn't wear in the last year or so, you need to get rid of it. I'm telling you, as soon as I start decluttering and throwing away everything, I start receiving much more money in my life. Why? Because when you hold on to things, you basically telling universe that you don't believe that you deserve something better. You don't believe that you deserve something new, or you don't believe that it can come to you. You believe that what if I will throw the shoes away and then I won't be able to buy new ones? This is not true, and I checked it many times. You will throw away your old shoes. Trust me, you will get 2 pairs of new ones like in no time. So get rid of everything that doesn't serve you, especially if that something doesn't bring you any kind of happiness. So, for example, you have something and you don't enjoy it, and you just holding on to it just because, you just get rid of it, and that's it. I even put over here, when you hold on to the stuff, you are showing that you are scared that something new will not come. So don't deal with your fears. I told you about this video on fears. Please do watch it. But do get rid of everything that doesn't serve its purpose, that doesn't make you happy at all, that you don't even use. We don't create security out of stuff that doesn't make you happy. The next one is you need to treat all your banknotes, coins, checks, cards, anything that represents money to you with respect. This is more like a feng shui thing, but it does work. So you need to make sure that all your banknotes are put neatly in the bag or in your wallet, that all your coins are kind of counted for, that they're in a special pouch or something, that your cards are not just thrown around or in different pockets, that they are all in order. Make sure though, so anything that represents money for you, it could be, if you're older generation, could be a checkbook. So make sure that it has a cover that's cute, that maybe you even buy a cute pen for it. Anything that represents money for you, treat it with respect. Does it work or not? I think it does. I always had money in order, but I started putting even more order. So for the coins, well, I don't have coins here in the United States, but in Europe, when I was traveling, I had the little euros. So I had like a little pouch that I would keep them so they wouldn't be all over my bag. And I think, me particularly, I didn't see a huge difference, but I had colleagues that swear that it does work, that when you are treating money with respect, money stay with you longer and they come again and again. Again, money is energy, and any energy deserves some kind of respect. So make sure that you provide that respect to the money in your life. Now, like with everybody, if you want to be in relationship, then treat that relationship, the man, with respect as well. If you wouldn't respect, I mean, how long the man is going to be, or if he will stay with you, it still won't be as happy as you would want it to be. Okay, that's that one. And another one is that was my exercise, and it took me time to change my mental unconscious kind of belief. So when you see something that you could not afford right now, don't go down the rabbit hole and think, okay, that's it, I will never be able to be wealthy again, I can't really this and that. Instead, you need to come up with something different, a different kind of expression. I usually say something like, "How can I afford this?" And I think a lot of people do that. So instead of, "Oh, I can't afford it," I say, "How can I afford it?" And then my mind starts looking for ways how it could be achieved. So maybe I can ask it as a present for my birthday, or maybe I can make some extra cash and buy it. Maybe I can put it on my credit card and then pay off every single month, or something like that. So do not allow your mind to believe that it's limited. Allow your mind to believe that it's limitless with the right words. Or you can say, well, it's not in the plans right now, but for the next month I will reconsider it again if you're super practical. So something like that. Remember, if you will tell yourself, I could not afford it, it's like you close the loop. The mind is like, oh, okay, sad, but what are we going to do? So do not allow the loop to be closed. You're always expanding throughout your whole life. So let the expansion go on. If you will not if you will not allow it to expand, I mean, there won't be no growth. So don't allow your mind to be stuck in feeling that it's not powerful. You are powerful. Your energy is powerful. Just allow yourself to expand. So you can come up with your own expression. I usually tell myself, how can I afford it? Or I tell myself, okay, not now, but let me see in a couple months, like this. So I never close anything. I always leave it open until further notice, so to say. But again, these are not like an emergency kind of purchases. So it's something that I want, but maybe it's not the smartest. Now, I also don't drag it for many years. So if I do not make a decision within the next half a year, then it's a no. That's it. Then it's not as important for me. But do not allow your mind to believe that you will never be able to afford it, and do not allow your mind to think about this for years and years. All right. And okay, so two more, right? I have. So the next one is, you need to start watching my videos on money manifesting, and I have a lot of them, and they all in this playlist. So please do watch them. There are videos on how you block your money. There are videos on how you can draw money in. So I do like this subject. Why? Because it's an amazing subject. It's an energy, and it's an interesting energy working. We're living in a masculine society, and masculine society, as you know, is focused on material kind of goods. So whether you want it or not, you will always have to deal with this energy, with this masculine energy. So why not to deal with it correctly? So watch I also have the course. Obviously, you can do it. The course is all practical. You will have to do practical things there, practical actions. There's really not much information I give here. There you just need to do everything one by one. So, all right, and I think that's it, right? Yeah. You see how fast I am. I'm proud of myself. All right. So, if you have any questions, ask. Let me summarize it. And I should be grateful to the construction team. They speed up my talking. I like this tip. Sometimes it's hard to do, but it's essential to get into abundance mind. For sure it is. We all need to do this. I love decluttering. Just did it for the past 2 days, and we'll do more. Yes, the first time I did decluttering, I took like bags and bags to Salvation Army. I felt like my bonuses was so high the next quarter. Before I moved to Florida, I took, I think, I took like 7 large trash bags to Salvation Army of clothes that were new, and I haven't worn in like, I never worn. Some of them were absolutely new, and really it expanded me. It allowed new energy in, and I needed that. All right, so let me sum it up really fast. Ask questions if you don't have. All right, so the first one, you need to breathe money in. Imagine you're one cell, and you just imagine money falling on you if it's easier, and you just breathe in and then breathe out. You're expanding the money in your aura. It's an easy one for some people are not, so do that. The second one is you need to count thousands. You need to count money in your mind. Do it to at least $1,000. It needs to be something exciting for your mind. If it wouldn't be exciting, the mind will not be doing it, and will not be looking for ways to get the money. And you basically imagine that you have like a stack of $100 bills, and you just 1, 2, 3, 300, 400, 500, and you just count like this on and on and on. The third one is affirmations. Make sure you use the correct informations to what you want with money. If you want, no, don't count $1, $2. Count 100, 200, 300. It has to be exciting for the mind. It has to be really like something that the mind wants to do. Even if you don't live in the United States, make sure it's a somewhat large amount. Doesn't mean you will attract, like, let's imagine you count until 10,000. Doesn't mean you will attract 10,000. You probably will get maybe 200, 300, but it still will be exciting somewhat. All right. The affirmations, remember, on the first, on the root chakra, it's I am. On the second chakra, I feel. On the third one is I attract. The fourth one is I love. The fifth one is I speak. The sixth one is I see. And the seventh one, I am one with money, or I am one with whatever. And coming from here is realize that you and money is one energy. You just need to make sure that your energies kind of connect with each other, and for that you need to feel like money. You need to feel abundant. You need to feel great for the money to come in easily and stay in your aura. Remember, you and money is one. I guarantee you that. As a Reiki master, I guarantee you are one with any kind of energy. You just need to alter yourself to match that energy. So you are one with relationship kind of type of energy, and I can confirm you that, because a lot of people are in relationship again and again and again and again, and some are never in the relationship. Why? Because their energy does not match the relationship. Or so you and the money is one. The next one is imagine the next $1 million kind of creature next to you. Imagine that the $1 million walking next to you. Do it when you walk. Imagine how people react when they see you and the $1 million next to you. Or if it's hard for you to imagine $1 million as a kind of as a person, or imagine it in a clear bag, but you need to feel that others know that you walk with the $1 million. You see, you will feel differently. Your aura will be different. Then imagine that money loves you. Start understanding that money do choose you from other people. This is a mother's love that you're craving, but with money is basically the same thing. The same with men. This would eliminate feelings like, oh, but why should money come to me? There are many more people who are needy, and I'm needing money only for a Lamborghini, and they need money for food. Okay, look, there is enough money for everybody, for those who need food and for you to have your Lamborghini. So start feeling like money loves you and chooses you among others. If they will change their energy, money will choose them as well. So stop thinking about others, start thinking about yourself, and start understanding money loves you. If you choose to be loved by money, money will start loving you and will choose you among others. It's like me. I was always thinking, if I will hit the lotto, I mean, a lot of people will not hit, then what? I almost felt guilty but somebody has to win, so why not me? Anyway, the next one is remember that money is a masculine energy, and therefore it comes into pleasure. Because it comes into pleasure, you need to make sure that your energy is pleasurable. So no anxiety, no complaining. Complaints, gossiping, all this negative energy really makes your energy very poor. So don't stop complaining, stop Stop gossiping, stop judging others. All these are bad feelings, bad kind of actions, and they only make your energy kind of, I wouldn't say dirty, but not as bright as it should be. So if you want to draw money, man, success, any masculine energy into your space, then stop with that. Stop with complaining. Stop with gossiping. This has to go. It's hard. I know. I did $100 days challenge on that, and I will tell you, the first 2 weeks I almost wanted to cry. But look, you know what? It wasn't that hard. After 3 months, I felt like a reborn person. I feel amazing. Till now, I really don't gossip. I don't complain. I watch my mouth and my thoughts very carefully. All right, so that's that. Um, uh, dun, dun, dun. Drink more water. Why? Because water is energy of abundance. If you want to have abundance outside, you need to make sure you have abundance inside. Make sure you are never dehydrated. Less caffeine, less alcohol, whatever makes you dehydrated, less sugar. I'm not sure, whatever makes you dehydrated, less of that. Drink more water. Make sure you always hydrated. Make sure you have water all the time. You want to be abundant outside, you need to be abundant inside. We are 80% made of water, so we need to replenish that water at all times. The next one is you need to buy yourself something obnoxiously expensive, something that you wanted for a long time, something that you would feel great when you have. Don't buy it. If you will, every time you will look at it, you will feel guilty. You need to feel really great, really great. Like, I can't believe it. Like this. Just like the first time I received diamonds, it was amazing feelings. And I received diamonds again and again after, but it never was the same feeling like that time. I remember that. I remember. All right, so don't have to be diamonds. Maybe you love some kind of equipment, some super expensive equipment. Maybe you are into snowboarding, so you will buy yourself some super expensive snowboarding kind of gear or outfit or something, and you will feel like $100, like $100 million person. So do that. Feel great though. The next one is you need to spend 30 minutes a day in the hands of money. This way you will start trusting money. You will know that the money is not your enemy, it's not a threat. Money is actually having your back, literally. So when you feel like you're melting into money, this is exactly how you will feel. You will feel like you can trust money. You can trust, you can relax, money will come. Even if money never did nothing bad to you, your unconscious, if you constantly worry about money, your unconscious sees money as threat. So if you don't want it to be a threat, then start melting into money, start relaxing when you think about money. Allow your energy flow freely when you are next to money. You will see how much it will change. It's interesting. And again, if you're a woman, do my meditation. My meditation is just like that. You're melting into the hands of money. Now, the next one is the whole month. You need to put your priorities first. So you have to be selfish. You want to draw masculinity in. You have to be somewhat masculine. You obviously you do only what is good for you. You do not. You do not betray yourself or anybody else throughout the whole month. And if you start feeling guilty, you need to get rid of guilt. It's only for 1 month. You will survive. There won't be, nothing will happen. I did it a few times. This is an ongoing thing for me. And I never regretted that I did it. And nobody ever reproached me on that. So it's not like somebody would tell me, can't believe you was the whole month so selfish. Nobody ever told me nothing. And everybody actually supported me in what I was doing, even though I was not like telling everybody, "Oh, this month I'm selfish, so forgive me for that." I never did, but I was faithful to myself, and I observed how much more money I was getting into my life. So once I start choosing myself, everybody else start choosing me. If you start feeling sad that you could not afford, like I have this friend, and he was wealthy at one point. Now he's just comfortable, and he's like, I wish I had more money, I would do more good in life. So you see, this is a different kind of feeling. If you have money, you can help, but obviously if you don't, then you shouldn't sacrifice yourself for helping somebody else. Yeah, this is a very good one. Let me get to that. All right, so then you need to write down a list of 30 ways how you can make money right now. This will calm your mind down. Once your mind is calm, then you can your mind is calm, your waters are calm, the money will start coming. I did it all the time, never had to use anything on that list of how to do something, thanks God. But just having that list, I'm always like, okay, worst case scenario, I can do something from that list, I will get the money. And it gives peace of mind. When you have only one source of income, it's hard on the mind. What if something will happen to that source of income, and then what now? Especially if you don't have savings. So you need to always have, at least hypothetically, 20 to 30 sources of incomes, just in case. You see, could be anything. As I said, you could be anything at all. You can take a part-time job in some or in McDonald's or something and just make extra cash. So anything like that, anything this way. All right. So again, you wouldn't have to, like one of my clients said, well, if I will write it down, I'll manifest it, I will have to do it. No, you wouldn't. You will see. It will just, your mind will be calm. Your mind will know, okay, there is plan B. There is actually 30 plan Bs, so I will be fine. And the mind will be proceeding with its current kind of actions, despite because it knows that there is a plan B if something would happen. What else? So then you need to declutter everything, anything that you didn't use in the last half a year has to go. If you are very practical, and then last 2 years, it has to go. Really, I don't know how. Like I was that person who would always like kind of keep stuff, that would save stuff. I would always think, well, but this is something, I might need it. Okay, no, I will not. If I would need it, I will go and buy something else. You don't need nothing. You can always, when you have money, you can always buy. And to get the money, you need to get rid of all this old stuff that anchors you to your poor self. Get rid of everything. You'll see how fast you will get. Never once I got rid of something with the good heart, with the good feeling, and I didn't get it back. Never once. Always get it, always. Another one is you need to treat the representatives of the money with respect. So whatever it is for you, whether it's the banknotes, cards, checks, anything, even your online banking should be kind of treated with respect. So anything that represents money to you, maybe you have gold bars, or maybe you have loose diamonds at home, anything that represents wealth or money to you needs to be treated with respect. Everything has to be treated with respect. But we're talking about money, and this has to be treated with utmost respect. This is masculine energy. Masculinity is all based on vanity, and because it's based on vanity, you have to treat it with respect. If you want more money in, make sure you don't have like banknotes like crumpled like this. Your coins are not all over your apartment. It has to be in the in a designated kind of area. Make sure that your cards are all kind of in maybe a particular wallet or in a pocket, but it's not just laying all over the place. If representation of money for you is bank statements, make sure that those are two put like in order. Make sure they don't just lay around everywhere. I just don't get bank statements. I chose it, so anything that means money for you has to be treated with respect. Notice how when you buy something expensive shoes or expensive bags, you're always very careful about it. You come home, you make sure you clean the bag so there's no dust on it. You don't treat cheap bags like this. So make sure that everything that represents money to you is treated with respect. You will see how fast money will start coming more and more into your place and stay in it. And one more, make sure watch your mouth. Watch your words. Don't say nothing that would jeopardize money, that would be closed loop in your head. So anything, like for example, somebody tells you, hey, do you want to go to a cruise or something in winter? And you're like, no, I can't really, I'm not even going to say. Don't say that. Say, well, I don't know right now, but let's talk about this like in a month or so, or I will see what I can do. So don't allow your mind to shut down and be like, oh, I'm poor me, I can't, I can't do this, I can't do that. Don't. Never ever allow this. I'm telling you, this is the person who did allow, and it's a terrible feeling. Your aura is shrinking like this at once, and it takes time to expand it again. Shrinking is fast, expanding is a very slow process. So allow yourself some time to think. Maybe, well, cruises are not that expensive, 2-3 thousand. I mean, in the next half a year, maybe you can put aside $500 a month. I mean, if a cruise is exciting for you, why not to make this kind of sacrifice or something? So allow your mind to wander. Don't close the loop. Allow it to kind of find the ways. Maybe by that time you will meet a wealthy boyfriend. He will happily pay for your cruise just to make you happy. So, or maybe you will become suddenly super popular on TikTok, and you will start getting money from that, I guess. And the last one, do watch a lot of my videos here on YouTube. Do watch my course if you want. Take it. It's very practical though. There's really not that much information, and I do have a lot of information on blogs and how you block your money and on which energy center you block, how to unblock. So please do watch it. There's a lot of resources. Do you agree that the more intimacy you have, the more material wealth you have? Yes. Why? Because intimacy, no, not like this. The more pleasure you have, the more money you have. Why? Because pleasure is our second chakra. This is, and money come into pleasure, just as I said. So intimacy has to be pleasurable though. If it's like just a mundane kind of routine thing, it won't draw no money. If you have an intimacy just for the hell of it, or just to kind of to distress yourself, that won't bring. You need to have pleasure. For pleasure, you don't really need to have intimacy. It's easier when you are next to man to be in pleasure, especially if you like this man. If there is kind of chemistry, then yeah, that's definitely 100%. I agree with that. But if you are not in a relationship right now, if you don't have a man, I mean, not everybody is in a relationship. You can create that. You just work with your second chakra. You create the pleasure in you. You drink more water. You gossip less. You think about something exciting, pleasurable, and you will start drawing not only money. You will start drawing a man, success, resources. That's what I do. I'm dominantly energy of water, so that's what I do basically. I'm not going to go and do actions. I do actions, but it's easier for me to draw something in than. But I will tell you, even as a Reiki master, as a Tantra kind of student for many years, and the feminine woman, it's much easier to have that, to feel that pleasure when you are next to a man that you like. Then you are automatically becoming this ball of pleasure. You're melting and you're just enjoying yourself. It's just a completely different feeling. So yes, definitely yes. But you do need to enjoy it. Does regular cleaning, like mopping, doing dishes, clean windows, affect your wealth? Yes. It's like a decluttering. You're basically cleaning the energy. You're moving the energy around. I didn't even mention that because I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, I think everybody is kind of clean here. But yes, so you need to make sure energy in your space and in your body is constantly moving. So your aura, so your apartment, your house, your car is a continuation of you, is representation of you. So you need to make sure that in all those places energy is moving. Your car has to be clean and decluttered, your space. And if you listen to my videos, you know that I always say make sure that your space not only clean but it's also decluttered. So no like random stuff all over the place. Everything should have its own place, and only what you're using. So also don't put nothing next to the doors. Don't close the entrances. The entrances have to be open so the energy can kind of move around like this. But yeah, that's a good point. I just didn't. My house is always so clean that I don't really. Anyways, but if you are not like, I don't clean every single day. I clean a couple times a month, or I invite somebody to clean for me. But usually, I do. There is a cleaning going on in my place where I live every time on the 29th lunar day. This month is going to be next Tuesday, right before the new moon. So on Tuesday would be good if you clean your apartment and then you do energetic clean as well. If you need to know how to do energetic clean, I can send you my Instagram post about it. It's not it's rather easy, but it would be good if you do it at least once a month. You need to make sure that your energy is not only moving, but it's also clean. It's not like heavy, especially if you argue a lot, if you're like um, if you work from home, and you're stressing out, energy can become a little heavy. If you have neighbors that are fighting all the time, then could be. So you need to make sure that the energy around you is clean, and then the money energy will be coming in much easier. So yeah, on Tuesday, if you want, do it on Tuesday. Also burn candles, sage. That would help you to purify the energy around you and make it more kind of moving. So it will be moving. Money is masculine energy. Masculine energy is very active. If nothing is moving, money is not going to come. You need to understand that, and the money needs space to come. So I worked in finances for some time, and I had clients who were hoarders. They would have the stuff in there, so their money game didn't change for years. It's like they saved half a million. It was 20 years after. Why? Because there's no energy, nothing is moving in that space. And I understand why they were doing this. They were elderly, they were afraid to lose, they were very creating security. um, they were creating the security that they wanted to have. They were, their energy was fragile. I understand they were elderly. That's kind of normal, but this is still not the way to go. You could not keep the energy like this. You need to make sure that the energy is, no matter how old you are, no matter your financial situation, you still need to make sure that the energy is moving. You need to be in trust. You need to make sure. Yes, please, we need your Insta post. I will put it in the description of this one, so anybody who can just use it. So it's not that hard. It's easy. If you will have questions, then ask. All right, that's it. Anybody has questions? Please do though these exercises, especially from video one. Video one has a lot of practical exercises. This one is more like energetic, which is, for me, I love energetic exercises more. Why? Because I don't need to do nothing. I can just basically move my energy and hope for the best, and then it always works out for me. But some people who are more masculine, they probably need more kind of actions, and I understand them as well. All right. If no more questions, then we're going to finish. I do hope you watched the video that I posted on Thursday. It wasn't live. It was just a video. It's about why a man is cheating. Please do watch it. It's here on YouTube. And next Thursday, I'll put something else as well instead of lives. All right. If you have any kind of ideas of what could be a good subject for the next lives or for the next topics, please let me know. I do really appreciate, because my my imagination is also limited, so to say. Please do send them. I would be grateful. Now, if it's within my expertise, obviously I will talk about this. I will expand. If it's not, then not. But anything on energy, NLP, mind work, tantra, relationship, yeah, I can do. I could say that I'm an expert. Now. Again, I'm all for holistic though, so I'm not giving any kind of advice on on how to wrong somebody, or how, only energetically. So you can change your energy, you can do anything you want. But as a Reiki master, I could not, and I don't want, and I will never do. I'll never do anything that would harm anybody. So only anything that's beneficial, and it's much better when you live such a holistic way, when you're in a good relationship with everybody, with men around you, with money around you, with any kind of energy around you. It's much better, and much more rewarding kind of relationship and life overall. All right, that's it. Bye, TikTok. Thank you for being with me. I'll see you next Saturday at 11 a.m. Bye, everybody. And bye, YouTube. Thank you for being here and being such an active listeners. I completed one challenge. Maybe a topic could be how to unstuck yourself energetically, meaning how to start doing the things you said you will do. Yeah, maybe about procrastinating. Yeah, that's a good subject. Maybe we'll talk about this next Saturday. But I think you already have a good start to declutter or something like that. But yeah, I will. Procrastination is actually a fear of rejection, fear of not loving. So yeah, we could. I think I have one video about it, but yeah, I can expand on this definitely. All right, thank you for being here. Thank you for being. Thank you for your comments and questions. Thank you for your patience with my neighbors. It's so funny because nobody speaks English there, and I tried to explain to them from 11 to 12. Maybe it was me. I told them once to doce. I think I was right. My Spanish. So I hope they. I don't think they did it on purpose, but I do apologize for them and for myself. They had an emergency. Really, on Saturdays they don't do constructions. But I don't live in a private house. I live in a big building, so it happens. Oh yeah, you see, I was right then. All right, bye everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Sun today moved into Cancer, so we all focusing on ourselves, on our families, on our comforts. I hope you are liking this kind of this time. If you are into this and you go, no, that's not. That's the thing. I'm constantly thinking about this. I don't know. I don't want noisy neighbors, but I also don't want to have a house because in the house you're responsible for everybody yourself. You have to, to hire somebody to cut the grass. Here we have a maintenance team, a cleaning team. Everybody's catering to you. So I'm not sure. It's like a dilemma in my head every single time I think about this. But I was talking about if you need. So the new moon is on Saturday. I'm going to do energy alignment on Thursday. I still have a couple places, so spots. If you want to, let me know. So it's going to be on Thursday. Let me know before Tuesday though, because I need to to plan accordingly. Oh, I see. A man can take care of it. Yes, but then you need to have a man. And so yeah, but I like your thinking. I love it. Honestly, it could be, yeah. All right, so that's it. And you know what else? I love kind of the buzz around me. I love to go to the pool and see people there. I love to go to the gym and see people. I love to go to the beach and see people. Like I'm not very social, but I love to be in the middle of something going on. All right, that's it. Bye everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for being here.